The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. Carl Jung, there are people in your life who do not simply pass through. They imprint, they linger. They poison the well of your soul, not by intention perhaps, but by nature. Carl Jung did not merely study the human mind, he wrestled with it. He wandered into its deepest corridors and returned with messages soaked in archetype and shadow. And among those revelations was a warning, perhaps the most urgent of all. There are 6 kinds of people who carry with them not only danger, but spiritual infection. People whose inner chaos yearns for a host. People who don't want to destroy the world, but will just to feel seen. And you may already know one, or perhaps you are becoming one. This is not about judgment. It is about preservation. This is about who you let near your soul. Because the wrong person doesn't just ruin your day. They ruin your alignment with meaning. They devour the direction of your life without you realizing. You do not escape the influence of others. You only learn how to choose it. Let us begin. Carl Jung once said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Yet fate is not a solitary thread. It is a tapestry of interactions. And every soul you allow near yours weaves into that pattern. From the Stoics of Rome to the mystics of the East, ancient thinkers have warned against careless association. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts, and thoughts are born in conversation with others. We are not islands, we are vessels. And like vessels, we absorb. We absorb ideas, tones, energies, fears, and desires." So when Jung spoke of dangerous people, he did not mean villains in capes. He meant fragments of shadow matting as friends, lovers, co-workers, mentors. He meant those whose unexamined wounds become weapons. Let us walk through them, one by one. They have mastered the art of pain. But not healing, they are the perpetual sufferer. Not because their wounds are deeper than yours, but because their identity is married to the hurt. To console them is never enough. They will return tomorrow more broken than before, because the pain has become performance. They reject responsibility like poison, and they will place the weight of their suffering onto you. Carl Jung saw this archetype clearly, the person addicted to victimhood as a mask for control. Because when one is always the victim, they are always morally superior. They avoid introspection because healing would rob them of their power. And you, in your compassion, will be their emotional oxygen. Until one day you're gasping for breath. Neurosis is always a substitute for legitimate suffering. Jung real healing is painful. They avoid it. And by remaining close, so will you. This person wears confidence like a crown, but their kingdom is hollow. They thrive on admiration, but it never fills them. They are a walking contradiction, appearing strong, yet dependent on the approval of others for identity. Jung's concept of the persona is at play here. The mask we wear to face society. But this type confuses the mask with the self. And they need you, not for who you are, but for how you reflect them. They will praise you only to control you. They will gift you attention only to withdraw it. They will demand your devotion but offer no soul in return. To remain in their orbit is to slowly evaporate. You will become a mirror, not a person. Your needs will be an inconvenience, and their emptiness will become yours. The brighter the light, the darker the shadow. They are all light on the surface, but shadows scream underneath. This one is subtle. They smile when you speak of dreams. They nod when you announce success. But deep in their soul, resentment brews like a storm. They are not proud of you, they are threatened. Because your rise feels like their fall. Schopenhauer once remarked that envy is the sincerest form of self-hatred projected outward. The envious person cannot stand their own stagnation, so they wish failure upon your movement. This person may never harm you directly, but they will sow doubt. A word here, a scoff there. A cold silence when you expected warmth. They will undercut you through passive sabotage. And if you are unaware, you will begin to shrink yourself to comfort them. And that is when the damage takes root. Every form of addiction is bad, no matter whether the narcotic be alcohol, morphine, or idealism. Jung, their addiction is comparison. And you are the substance they seek to destroy. They speak of virtue often. They remind you of right and wrong. They wear the robe of the righteous. But there is wrought beneath the holiness. This type uses morality not as a compass, but as a weapon. They guilt you into submission. They shame you into silence. They distort empathy into compliance. This is the danger of the unexamined superego, the part of us that internalizes societal rules. In the hands of this type, rules are reinterpreted to serve their control. They never sin, only you do. And when you attempt to set boundaries, they make you feel like a heretic. Their halo is fake. Their kindness is coercion. Where love rules, there is no to power, and where power predominates, their love is lacking. Jung, they love to rule, and they rule through guilt. There are those who are addicted to chaos, not because they love disorder, but because they fear stillness. These are the drama seekers, the storm makers, the silent arsonists of emotional balance. They thrive in crisis because crises distract them from their inner emptiness. They will provoke just to feel alive. They will sabotage calm just to create noise. Jung would place them in the archetype of the trickster, one who disrupts the established order, often unconsciously. And if you remain close to them, you will find yourself constantly putting out fires that they lit and blaming yourself for the burns. In all chaos there is a cosmos, in all disorder a secret order. Jung, but their chaos is not the kind that reveals order. It reveals only the absence of self. This is perhaps the most dangerous. Because they are invisible, they have no center, they mirror your opinions. They say what is expected, they are agreeable to the point of disappearance. But this is not humility. It is deception. This type is so disconnected from their own soul that they become everyone and no one at once. You will never know what they truly think. They fear confrontation like death, but they will betray you in silence. They are shapeshifters, not in body, but in value. Jung believed that the undeveloped personality would inevitably become a vessel for projection. This person is not real. They are a screen for your hopes and illusions, until the day comes when you need them to be real and they vanish. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Jung, but they refuse that privilege. And by staying near them, so might you. We are never untouched by those around us. The soul is porous. The psyche is a sponge, and when you allow the wrong energies into your orbit, your inner landscape begins to reflect their distortion. You lose your clarity. You compromise your values. You become reactive, confused, and spiritually sick. Avoiding these dangerous types is not cruelty. It is medicine. It is alignment. Perhaps you recognize someone in these 6 types. Perhaps you recognized yourself. This is not condemnation. It is illumination. For as Jung taught, the shadow is not to be hated. It is to be understood. The dangerous people are not evil. They are unaware. But awareness must begin somewhere. Let it begin with you. Surround yourself with those who strive to know themselves, not those who flee their reflection. Protect your mind as you would your body. Guard your energy as you would your home. And remember, sometimes the most spiritual act is walking away. If this journey stirred something within you, if you felt the quiet hum of truth echo through the hallways of your mind, then walk with us. Subscribe for more explorations into the depths of the human soul. Leave your reflections in the comments below. Your truth may be the light someone else needs. And above all, choose your company wisely, for in their eyes you will either lose yourself or find who you were always meant to be.